Okay, now let's start the sexual mode of reproduction. And in this class, we will discuss about different features, some common terminology, and some interesting facts about sexual reproduction. So let's start with the different feature of sexual reproduction. The first point is, in case of sexual mode of reproduction, there is involvement of single or two individual. If the organism is bisexual, means hermaphrodite, then a single parent can produce through sexual reproduction. The second point is, there is formation of male and female gamete, and now this male and female gamete are fused to form the zygote, and now this zygote matures and finally give rise to new organism. And here the offspring will not genetically identical to their parents. We see that in case of asexual mode of reproduction, offspring are genetically identical to their parents. But in case of sexual reproduction, offspring will be different from their parent. So these are the different features of sexual reproduction. Okay. Now let's go to some common terminology. The first one is juvenile phase. Juvenile phase means the period between birth and sexual maturity. I repeat again, the period between birth and sexual maturity is called the juvenile phase, and this is commonly used in case of animals. The next term is vegetative phase. Vegetative phase is commonly used in case of plants. The period between birth and sexual maturity in plant is called the vegetative phase. So basically, vegetative phase and juvenile phase are similar terms, but vegetative phase is used in case of plants and juvenile phase is used in case of animals. The next term is estrous cycle. Estrous cycle is responsible for production of female gamete in non-primate female. I repeat again, estrous cycle is responsible for production of gamete in non-primate female. And this cycle is induced by different type of reproductive hormone. Means different reproductive hormone helps to produce the female gamete, and it is commonly seen in non-primate mammal like cow, sheep, dog, deer, etc. And the next term is menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is similar like estrous cycle. This cycle is responsible for production of female gamete in primate animal like human being. I repeat again, this cycle is responsible for production of female gamete in primate animal, and this cycle is also induced by different type of reproductive hormone. In human reproduction, we will discuss about this reproductive hormone. So basically, menstrual cycle and estrous cycle are similar. In case of menstrual cycle, it can helps to produce female gamete in primate animal, and in case of estrous cycle, it helps to produce gamete in non-primate animal. This is the main difference between menstrual cycle and estrous cycle. Okay. The next term is seasonal breeder. You see, in case of many mammals, they exhibit their reproductive cycle during a favorable season in a year. I repeat again, many mammals exhibit their reproductive cycle during favorable season in a year, and they are known as seasonal breeder. You see, in case of dog, they reproduce in the winter season because they are reproductively active during this season. So that's why they are known as a seasonal breeder, and it is mainly seen in many wild animals. The next term is continuous breeder. Continuous breeder means those mammals, those are reproductively active throughout their reproductive phase are known as continuous breeder. Means they can reproduce in any time in a year or in their reproductive phase, and it is commonly seen in humans, chimpanzee, etc. So basically, continuous breeder means those animals can reproduce throughout their reproductive phase, and seasonal breeder means those animals those can reproduce only during a favorable season in their reproductive phase. Okay. Now some common facts. In case of bamboo species, they flower only once in their lifetime, generally after 50 to 100 years, and then they produce large number of fruit and finally die. And another fact is, in case of strobilanthus kunthiana, they flowers only once in every 12 years. And this flower is commonly known as Nilakuranji. The last time it flowers in the year of 2018. And with this topic, we will end this class, and from the next class, we will discuss about the events of sexual reproduction.